Hello everyone, welcome to Dikshant classes. Today I am going to discuss about the reliability and validity and its types today. First we discuss about the reliability. Reliability means that how consistently is the method of measuring some things. If you get the same results again and again by testing the reliability and achieve the same results under the same circumstances or a different circumstances is considered as reliability. If you measure the temperature of the liquid samples several times again and again under the identical conditions, the thermometer display the same temperatures every time, the results are reliable. A doctor uses the symptoms questionnaire to diagnose a patient with the long-term medical conditions. Several doctors uses the same questionnaires with the same patient but give different diagnoses. This indicates that the questionnaire has lower reliability and measure the condition. It means that the doctors are using the questionnaires of the symptoms of medical conditions to diagnose the patient, what were the problems and how, and to give the proper treatments. Several doctors are using the same questionnaires for the within the same patients, but give different diagnoses according to their experiences. This indicates that the questionnaire has the low reliability and measure of the conditions. Condition. Next is what is reliability. Reliability indicates that the degree to which person test score are stable or reproducible and free from measurement errors. If the test score are not reliable, they cannot be valid since they will not provide a good estimates or the ability or trait that the test intended to measure. There cannot be validity without reliability. And there can be reliability without validity. Reliability on its own should enough to measure ensure the reliability. Even if a test is reliable, it may not accurately reflect the real situation. The thermometer that used to test the samples to give reliable results. How the thermometer had not been calibrated properly, so the result is 4 degrees lower than the true value. Therefore, the measurement is not valid. Next is reliability, internal consistency. Internal consistency assesses the correlation between multiple items in a test that are intended to measure the same construct. You can calculate internal consistencies without repeating the test or involving other researchers. So it's a good way of assessing reliability when you have one data set. When you devise a set of questions or ratings that will be combined into an overall score, you have to make sure that all of the things items really do reflect the same things. If a responses to different items contradict one another, the test might be unreliable. Next is kinds of reliability, or we can say types of reliability, accuracy in measurement. First, on the basis of stability and consistency, classify into two parts. Stability and consistency. Under stability, two types: test retest reliability and parallel form reliability. First, we discuss about the test retest reliability. The test retest reliability is a reliability under which the researcher is again the same experiment again and again and to test and retest of the same experiment. If we get the same result and under the same conditions or identical conditions, then it must be reliable. Next is parallel form reliability. The reliability coefficient obtained by the two comparable set of measures. It means that the reliability coefficient obtained by the two comparable set of measures. Next is consistency. Interconsistency reliability. It is a test of consistency of respondent responses to measure all the items in a consistency. It means that it is a test of consistency of respondent response is to measure all the items in a measures only. Next is inter-rater reliability. It is a reliability in which the consistency of the judgment of several raters on how they see a phenomenon or interpret some response. For example, like in the dance competition or singing competition, there are three judges. The three judges giving the different marks to the participant according to their experience, according to their knowledge, according to judgment. Or in the same process in the UPSC interview, they are also giving the same, not giving the same marks, but they are giving according to their experience, according to knowledge, and according to performance of a candidate. Alright, same thing happened in assistant professor interview. The three panel members giving the different marks to the teacher who come for interview. Next is split half reliability. It reflected the correlation between the two halves of an instrument. It divided into two parts, split half. First is the test types of reliability, under which first type is test retest reliability. It is the most common measures of reliability, and it is a consistency of measure across times to get the same result when you repeat the measurement. For example, a group of participants completed a questionnaire designed to measure personality traits. If they repeat the questionnaire days, weeks, or months and give the same answers, and this indicates the high retest reliability. Next is parallel form reliability. Parallel form reliability relate to measure that is conducted by assessing of the same phenomena within the participation of the same samples group via more than one assessment methods. For example, the level of employee satisfaction of ABC company may assess with questionnaire, in-depth interviews, and focus groups results can be compared. Next is inter-rater reliability, the consistency of measures across raters or observers. Do you get the same results when different people conduct the same measurement? Based on the assessment criteria, checklist, 5 examiners submit substantially different results for the same student project. This indicates that the assessment checklist had lower inter-rater reliability. For example, because the criteria are too subjective. Next is internal consistency. Internal consistency means that the consistency of the measurement itself. Do you get the same result from the different part of a test that is designed to measure the same thing? You design a questionnaire to measure the self-esteem. You randomly split the result into two halves, and you should be there should be a strong correlation between the two set of results. If the two results are very different, this indicate low internal consistency results. Next is split half reliability. Split half reliability as another type of internal consistency reliability involve all item of tested to be splitted half. Split half to determine the correlations between the first half of the measurement and the second half of the measurement. It means that the tests are divided into two parts, and it's another type of internal consistency reliability. Involve the all item of test to be split in a half. Split half refers to determining questions and correlation between the first half of measurement and second half of measurement. Next is a summary of various types of reliability. Test 3 test reliability. The same tested over time. So the same people, different type. Inter-rater reliability. The same test conducted by different people. So different people, same tested. Parallel form. Different version of a test which are designed to be equivalent. Different people, same time, and different tested. Internal consistency, the individual item of a test, different questions, same constructed. Next is difference between various types of reliability. Test retest, a measure of stability. Administer the same test measures of the at two different times into the same group of participants, measuring properly that you accept to stay the same over time. Parallel form, a measure of equivalence. Administer two different form of the same test to the same group of participants. Multiple researchers are making observations about ratings or the same topics. Inter-rater, a measure of agreement. Have two rater behaviors, and then determine the amount of agreement between them. Using two different tests to measure the same thing. Next is internal consistency, a measure of how consistency each items measures the same underlying concept. Correlate performance on each item with overall performance across, which means that correlate the performance on each item of overall performance across participants using the multi-item test where all the items are intended to measure the same variables. Thank you so much for listening carefully. If you have any doubt, you should comment in a comment section. I will surely make videos. Thank you so much.